most scary ghost videos of this year, 2022. Do you wish to live in a haunted house? Are you brave enough to go through it all? Because it's like someone is watching you all the time. You're alone, but still with someone. Can you go through it? Do you know what it feels like? In this video, we are going to show you 8 clips that were captured on camera, and they are all haunting paranormal activities. So what is it? And are they real? If you want to know the answer to it, then watch to the end. This story is from Mexico. There are multiple videos that are coming in from this man who is going through some of the most horrifying paranormal activity. In the videos, you can see the things that are going on in his house, and this guy is somehow dealing with it. After watching the videos, you will also understand the guts of this man for living in the haunted house. Just have a look. Till yet, we can see weird things happening in this house. It's like a cold breeze on your nape, and when you turn around, there's no one. Things are falling, lights are flickering and whatnot. But let's continue watching. We can hear someone that is banging on the door, and at the same time, the lights are flickering. And all of this when there's no one in the house except the owner. All this is enough to make someone lose their self, but what's the proof that this is real? Only you can pass that judgment. Now, this next video is of a security camera of a house. In this, you can see 2 dogs that are locked inside their cages. In this video, you can clearly see those dogs barking continuously at something. But even if you look very hard, you won't be able to see anything because the room is empty. After a while, you can hear the change of tone in their barking, and if you've had any experience with dogs, then you'll know that this sounds like they're afraid of something or someone that's present. But we can't see that. After a while, they just pause, like they're getting prepared, like they're alert of something that is there. And then, you suddenly can see that the black dog got lifted up inside his own cage. Then, his collar opens up on its own and falls inside the cage. Now this can creep anyone out, and as the dog's collar is really tight, and if they fall like this, then there is something definitely weird going on. Now this clip is quite creepy, and the most astonishing part is that it is in broad daylight. It's a video of a moderately busy street. In this clip, we can see a shadow of a person that starts walking on the road, but it's a faint shadow, somewhat like a ghost. And then you see the cars just passing through the shadow. If it would have just been one car, then I wouldn't have been surprised. But not one, but 3 cars pass through this shadow, and this shadow keeps on walking. And when it crossed the road, the shadow also vanished. The scary part is that you can see a man sitting on his bike on the left side of the road, but he also did notice the shadow. And the drivers of the cars that passed through the shadow were also unable to see it. Was it really a ghost? This next clip is from the Deer Park CBS school. This school has been a hotspot for weird paranormal activity for a long time now, but no one's got hurt yet. And I guess that's the reason for the school still being open. The school has released this clip, and it was in early morning when no one was on the premises. In this video, you can hear someone slamming the doors. Then, you can also see the locker is wobbling like someone is pushing against it. Then suddenly, you can see one of the drawers from the locker open up and some papers are thrown out of it. And after that, the most creepy thing happened. You can see the wet floor sign fly up into the air. It looks like someone kicked that sign, but in the whole video, there was not a single person. This was not even the first time that something like this happened in the school. It has a history of incidents, sure, like a chair moving on its own or a poster falling. But this was something that had never happened before. Would you be worried if your child was at the school? These next series of videos are quite similar to the first one. It comes from a man on TikTok who claims that there is a ghost in his house. A ghost that he can sense his presence. He saw things moving and also the ghost many times. After that, he decided to record it, and this is what he captured. The curtains move on its own, and it's like someone is trying to peep from behind. There is also someone who could be seen sitting on the hair, but when he changes the angle, they're gone, and the curtain moves again like someone is grabbing it from the middle and just lets go. But we see no one in the video. So who's grabbing the curtain? This next video is from TikTok, and this video went really viral. Now, this girl was noticing something weird for a long time in her house, and this was the time when she finally caught it on camera. She was making a TikTok about a drink while sitting in her living room, and suddenly she notices something in the background. She noticed that the curtains moved as if someone just punched them from both directions. As soon as she sees this, she jumps and starts charging towards the curtain, but when she reaches there in about 2 seconds, there's no one. She then closes the slider door behind her. Now, I know many of you might say that it was the work of the wind, but let me remind you that wind flows in one direction and not in 2 opposite directions. If it would have been the wind, then the curtain would have just moved in one direction, but as we can clearly see, it moved in 2. The next clip is from a nursing home where Jay Brown was working as a security guard. During his shifts there, he felt a strange presence, like someone was watching him. He was experiencing this for quite a while, and then he decided to tell his colleagues about it. And the unusual thing happened with him. They told him that he was crazy. But was he really crazy? In the end, he was able to get some proof to back up his statement with the help of the security camera. In this clip, you can see that there is a faint white shadow that is going towards the door and then coming back. When Brown saw it, he freaked out and threw a book at it. And then the shadow started coming his way and finally vanished into thin air. Brown also reported that he heard footsteps in an empty corridor and saw a light fall on its own. And before you say there must have been some issue with the light, no, there wasn't. It was a perfectly fitted light. So what must it be? This next video is from an unknown source, but it's one of the most horrifying things that can happen to someone ever. In this video, we can see a young lady sitting in a cafeteria room. She is casually going through her phone when something weird happens. You see, she gets thrown off her chair as someone pushes her with all the force they can muster. Then you can see that she is trying to hide from something that we all cannot see. And then she tries to run but gets thrown off again, and this time all the furniture also gets thrown around. She tries to run away, but then it looks like there is something that slams her into the ground again and again, and then she passes out on the floor. Now, as we have no details about when this happened or where it happened, we cannot say whether it's true or not. So we'll leave you to decide whether it's a fake show or the show of a real ghost. These were some horrifying videos that I was able to find. Now, are these videos real or are they just some camera trick? I'll leave that for you to decide, but do let me know your opinion in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell icon for more notifications about these creepy videos, and I'll see you in the next one.